Today, you are solving the case, please. The first thing that we asked was family history. The second thing you asked was details of the spiritual spouse. I'm very sorry about my marker. The third thing you guys asked was the Shembe ritual. The final thing was going to the beach. I'm going to read for you what the viewer has submitted. Then you are going to make your diagnosis today. You are going to prescribe today. Yes, you are going to recommend a course of treatment today. Thank you. Yaputsuma. She's tired of having these sex dreams about being in the water. I know you feel me, Z. I'm not necessarily asking for any gifts. I would just love it if you sent me a join my team, a heart me to rank up the live. I would also love a team bracelet while I put on my magician's bracelets. Siyatagatala. And then popular votes. Sokozamkhulu Summer. Ooh, after this, I'm posting a video for you. Did you see Usis Bangonje? Ubangonje? Uzandi? Yeah, I've even forgotten her name, shame. She took down the video. So soon? No, I still have to put you in a jar, sis. Yes. Well, I already have. So I'm going to post that for my subscribers. Regular viewers, you'll get a preview. For the subscribers, you will have the full process so that the next time somebody bullies you, do the same thing. Yes. In my family, in my lifetime, there are consequences for picking on people who have done nothing to you. Oh yes, there are. The reason why abusers, narcissists get away with the shit that they do is because they know you're not gonna do or say anything. Not in my lifetime, thank you. You chat shit, we're gonna do something about it. I'm not even suing her yet. Oh, Nkosiami, I'm still just submitting what she has done to my ancestors, and I'm making her feel what it's like to be picked on for no reason. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Also, remember, people who are happy with themselves, if they're happy with their life, they won't bully you. Yeah, you must always, that's what you use against them already. As soon as someone is mean to you, it's because they're ugly on the inside. Something's wrong. So use that as fuel. Just say, oh, shame, man. Wena. How bagiti. You'll never be bullied by someone who's happy. No. Also, you'll never be bullied by someone who's on your level. I've never been bullied by a pretty girl. She folded early, but Wena, she's my age. Woo, gone through.
Gone through, I'm telling you, eh?
Gone through, dashed by life. So she wants to come and pick on me. Why? I'm everything that she never will be. Remember I told you about projection? Yes. My views and my likes and my follows are because I do things that I love. Not because I bully people. So she saw me and she saw, oh, light-skinned, pretty. Oh, you're nice, you're kind. I'm going to chat shit about you. You're not going to do anything for clouds. Kanti uthole umuntu wrong. I always tell you guys, be sure. Before you bully someone, please be sure. Before you date someone, please be sure about who that person is. Thank you. The viewer says, Sokoza Koko, family history, paternal side. Dad's parents are Xhosa, grandpa is Xhosa, and her grandma is Mosotho. Dad is said to have isithwalo of some sort. Ooh, the plot thickens. I hope you guys are taking notes. Please, I'm not putting it here today. I don't have the energy. We're in a hurry. We've got so much to chat about today. Please.
Okay.
There isn't much I know about my dad's side of the family because they didn't raise me. Sadly, always the case. And they're going to lose out because you could actually help them so much. And also, sadly, their ancestors are going to be problematic for you, especially with regards to Istwalo. That deity is going to harass you. Maternal ancestry, mom's dad is Swati, Udlamini, always problematic. Ukoko is Zulu and Hlubi. What a combo. In the past,
Tommy
had sangomas who were initiated emanzini. Some people in the family are born with the gift of prophecy that is interlinked with ubuyoni, right? So initiation through the Zionist church. We spoke about this briefly, one of my favorites. Yes. You guys always want to dash to sangomas. You know you can be initiated in the Shembe church and the Zion church. I told you.
The Nazareth Baptist Church is an African-initiated church that originated in South Africa in the early 20th century. It was founded by Isaiah Shemba, who was a Zulu prophet and spiritual leader. The church incorporates elements of traditional Zulu culture and belief, such as ancestor veneration and the use of traditional healers. The church began in 1910, when Isaiah Shem received a divine revelation and began preaching a message of spiritual renewal and salvation. Shem's teachings quickly gained a following, and the movement grew rapidly in the years that followed. As the church grew, it faced persecution and resistance from the colonial government and mainstream Christian churches. Throughout the years, the church continued to thrive and spread throughout South Africa, eventually becoming one of the largest African-initiated churches in the country. Today, the Shem movement is a significant cultural and spiritual force in South Africa, with millions of followers and a significant influence on Zulu society.
Yes. Yes. Legally, back in the day, right? Remember the colonizers made it illegal for us to have traditional churches? So we made it look like it was being done the Christian way, but we were still doing our things. Yes. Most abanikazi, by the way, respond very well to abantu bakwaShembe. One day I'll teach you how or why when you come and initiate by me. Yes. Most of the males in the family were clergies in the church or were part of church governance. Omkhulu became Christians when they lost everything during the war. They moved onto a white person's farm. My grandmother's mother, Ukoko, right, Umakumalo, was a healer in the church because she refused to go about it the traditional way, probably because of what I've just explained, right? Ibuge. She mostly worked with children. My mom, raised by her grandparents, went through the same thing. During my mom's spiritual awakening, her grandparents did a ceremony in secret. Woo! Apparently, they buried things that would block my mom's gift. She had ubungoma from her dad's side, Odlamini, always. I could have told you that for free. Same thing with my dad's family as well. Now it's my problem. Currently, we do not have Izangoma or Izinyanga in the family, right? So that's family history. Now we're gonna come here. Let me check comments. I'm well spoken. Thank you. Thank you. I do it to piss off all the white people in my primary school class. Hey,
Tommy
you asshole. He used to get upset when we were reading Roald Dahl, Danny Champion of the World. I used to change voices and the teacher loved it. She used to ask me to read all the time and he hated it because he wanted it to be him who did it. So I made sure I practiced every day. Even now, I know you dream about me. Low-key, he was in love with me. Oh, he couldn't stay away from my house. He couldn't breathe. But because I was black and he had to look cool in front of his white friends, he never did anything about it. Hey, it's always the Christian women who project and hate for no reason, 100%, almost always. Meanwhile, Ufagi Dugu, I bet you she's a prophetess. I didn't look too much. I just took one photo. Details of the spiritual spouse. Let's go. Her mom is Sutu. Any guesses what the dad is? I'll wait. What is the dad of the spiritual spouse? Thank you to everyone who is helping me to get home. Please, guys, I'm asking for help because I need it. Yes, I can't do everything by myself. It gets exhausting. Even if it's $100, it makes a difference, right? So don't think you have to come and give like $1,000 or $5K. No, $100 will do a lot. And don't forget, whatever you give out always comes back. Hey, Money Ritual Gang. How's it going? I heard some of you got your learner's licenses immediately after. I heard some of you got job offers with no qualifications. Hey? Siyataga ta la. Woo! La 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 la. Tsuaxhosa nasi. Wrong. Zulu, no. Zulu, no. Xhosa/Zulu, no. Okay. Thokozile Dloziville, siyathokoza. Zulu, no. Is the dad Zulu? No. Ayanda Zulu, how? Kanti senzeni na? Senzeni na. We're not the pioneers of water things. Yeah, we mostly do mountain and bush things. Depa Nkandla, Nkande, Qobo, Ongoye. Yeah, there's not a lot of water over there. Tswana or Zulu, no. Swati/Zulu, Chesa Makosi. Yes, he is very much Swati. So she has it twice as nice. She has it in her own lineage and in the spiritual spouse. Now that we know that her dad is Swati, I hope your diagnosis is coming together. I hope you guys still remember what happened. If you forgot, go and watch the Inzuza the Siren story time. Not only is her dad Swati, she has spiritual gifts from her dad's side. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise.
Did you see my YouTube video about Oasis College? Yes, 80% of the time, it's highly unlikely for you to have Swati, Tsonga, Ndebele, Venda blood in you and you don't have some sort of ability. Yeah, those are full-time magicians, whether they go to church or not, whether you like it or not. Siyataga ta la. So the spiritual spouse, baby girl, during the day, she goes to a born-again Christian church. Scandalous. And then at night, she goes to, guess it in the comments. Where is she going in the nighttime? In the nighttime, I'll do anything for you in the dark. Nkosi yami. Bari Batswana is a good guess. Tswana and Swati, magic, very similar, except Batswana, you don't really have water. Swati, yes. Sotho, close, but no. Pedi, no. Swati, yes. Karanga, close, similar, very similar. So the people who said or guessed Sotho and Pedi, I will give you 60%. Can you tell me why I'm giving you 60%? So the two things I'm asking in the comments is, one, why am I giving everyone who guessed Sotho or Pedi 60% when the answer is Swati? The second thing is, which church is our baby girl, our spiritual spouse going to in the nighttime? In the night. Water, great guess, Steph, but no. Night shift, good guess, but no. No, it's an actual church. Please. If it wasn't, I would have said, where is she going? No, it's an actual church. So during the day, she's going to the born-again Christian church. In the nighttime, she's going to a different type of church. Which one? Night shift gang, Hogwarts. Please, guys. Please, it's not that type of party today. Not today. Hi, bo fly by night. Emanzini, broom gang, to do witchcraft. Vacuum club, anikhulumi. Chemical engineering school. Close enough. But which church? We've spoken about them before. Remember Jesus in the front, something else in the back in the nighttime, in the nights. Secret church. Which one is the secret church? I don't know the secret church. Shembe, good guess. Olwetu, you're not a subscriber. You can't take part in the students' activities, please. Isioni, no. Yes. Sipiri Sabatu. Yes. Because why are you not going to Sipiri full time? Chief, why are you not going to Jesus Church full time? There's things that the born again Christian church can't help her with. She's just going there for aesthetics. Superior Church, 100% kaone. Superior Church, yes. Because Swatini, that general area, Eswatini going into Mozambique and coming slightly into KZN originally was inhabited by Abasotho. Yes, we've spoken about this before. Yes, and then when us, the big bullies, came, we chased them into the mountains. They had to run away. Yes, don't you get Abakwamaseko? They were originally Masejos, probably. And then when they were driven out and they remained, they had to change it to match with the Nguni population. Yes. You must read history books written by us black people. I'm coming eventually. Right now, I just need to get home. That's also how cannibalism started for the Sotho people. There was a point in time where we bullied them so much. They couldn't cultivate crops anywhere. They didn't have cattle, so they had to eat each other. Yes. Kereke ya Sipiri, correct. Oh, my bad. So whoever said the secret church, I know it was called the secret church. That's crazy. Ooh, Ngosiam. Also, shout out to everyone who keeps having comments about my teeth. Sweetie, when I want to fix my teeth, I will. Yeah, when my ancestors say I can. I've tried many times before and something always goes wrong. They don't want that. There's something that needs to happen first. Yeah, I will, however, be taking you guys with me to my dental studio for my teeth cleaning. Funashane bright like a diamond. Yeah, Fagama gems everywhere. Woo! Also, this is your loving reminder to be whimsical as fuck, right? Black communities hate whimsical black people because it's a very revolutionary thing. How dare you be so happy when all of us are miserable? How dare you be different, right? So for me as well, as soon as someone makes me feel weird just for being me, cut it immediately. Yeah. Also, women love to make snide remarks. They'll never straight up say to you, oh my God, like you're so weird. Like, why do you do that? No, they'll say small little weird things. For those weird things, cut it. Don't even confront them. Don't ask them. Just cut it. Do as Auntie says. Thank you. I struggled through all of that so that you don't have to, especially if you're neurodivergent. If you feel like you're so different, you never fit in anywhere, it's because you don't. You're supposed to be doing bigger and greater things. Vat your goed en trek. Get the fuck out of your hometown. Your hometown is holding you back. Your family is holding you back. Small town mentality. Yes, your brain is too big. Your spirit is too big for that place. You need to leave. Once you guys help me to get back to South Africa, a lot of you will come and live with me. Yes, it's not just for me, it's for you. So the sooner you help me, the sooner you help yourself. The link is in my bio. If you don't want to use the link, you can DM me and I will send you the details. Pedi and Sotho people come from a similar region to Swati people. That is correct. Sioni or Sepiri, that is correct. ZCC, great guess, but no. Sotho and Pedi are related to the Karangas, correct. They had to eat each other, yes. When Andonia Manzi, they did. Amazimzimu, we first encountered them through them. Remember that story? If you go on my timeline about me and my grandfather, I think it's called The Bundle. Yes, that man was Sotho. Remember I told you there's a pocket, a random pocket of Basotho people who live in Ngutu. Yes, you guys must focus. All my stories are connected because they're all true. So they are the masters at human consumption. Gosiam. Hey, Batum. Hi, Ria. If your love is real, you will subscribe so I can come home. Now I took out my gold tooth. I hope not because of peer pressure, right? I used to judge gold teeth when I was in high school because I was just like, bro, like you're so young, calm down. But now that we're older, I think they're dope as fuck. Hey, go to IOL, go Siam guys, please. Please don't do Abo L. Thank you, Star. Oh, I'm so obsessed. I wish I could put them on all my teeth, but I eat too much in a day. It's in Gonjaleangom. It's in welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Minangyatsagatsa shame. Yeah, you can't just leave me. No. No. Also, while I'm here, please remember I said you must make sure who you are dating. When you decide to love bomb me, you must make sure. Yeah, because once you start, you're never gonna stop. You came to me, you promised me the sun, the moon, and the stars. You will deliver those sun, moon, and stars, Kesan. Yeah, you came through being a big baller. You are going to big ball from now until the end of time. Yes, I'm sure I'm neurodivergent. I'm slow. No, I don't understand. What do you mean you were just doing it to get my attention? No, now you have to get my attention every day forever.
Forever.
Hey, kumnandi ukuhlanya Nkosi yami. It's very nice.
Very, very nice. I love you. Very, very nice.
Bari Bapedi, Libaswati share ancestry through Hosi Mampuru, Sekukune area people have Swati surnames. Facts. I secretly judge OL and you. Not the you. And you gold teeth because what happened? Where's the rest of... Please, you must complete, color in the whole thing. Thank you. I also judge them, sis. No shame in the game. Mina, if you watched my YouTube video, I'm very self-aware. So when I'm being toxic, I know I'm being toxic. A lot of the time, I usually do it on purpose. It's who I am. Yes. Just because I'm a sangoma doesn't mean I'm perfect, doesn't mean I'm an angel. Woo, mina, anghambi nethunya full time. Zikhona zona, yes. But my mandate is not the angel work. Some of you have angel work to do. So you are not allowed to be toxic. Yeah, mina, I can be as full of shit as I want to be. As long as I am accountable. I can look in the mirror and say, hey, what that super? Oh, avuhlupa. No bullshit. Yes, so you must be aware. Also, if you're aware of your bullshit, nobody can use it against you. Can't shame the shameless. Isn't that what black families bank on? They want to make you feel shame. Shame on you. You're so different from the rest of us. Shame on you. You hold us accountable. You call us out when we do weird things. Can't shame me, sweetie. I will snitch forever. Someone said in my comments, Mina Sanage, I don't chat, I don't talk, I sing like a canary. That's a mini mic, kuna babe. Tati mic. You guys need to snitch. The final thing I need to tell you about the spiritual spouse is also that they are antisocial. They are antisocial. Let me finish the comments. You will deliver those moon and stars? Yes. That's how narcissistic people operate. They want to come into your life. I'm sure I told you it's their sales representative that you're meeting. It's not them. Yeah, I guess, Sana, you put on a performance for the wrong girl. I am autistic and ADHD and personality disordered and PTSD as fuck. So, what you showed me, again. 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 Yes. Up until the end. So either it will chase them away or it will force them to do better. Yes. Also, because I'm a decent person, you will come back. Everyone who did me wrong in the past, they always come back. I never have to do much. No. The putting uzandi in the jar, it's only the second time in my life I've ever done that. She must learn. Anyway, I'm coming. Being shameless means freedom, 100%. The shame thing comes from the church, 100%. Will you ever give your heart to God? Betty, God lives in my heart, sweetie. African God. Yes, the black one. Yes, not the white one who steals from black people and colonizes black people and oppresses black people. I don't want that nigger in my heart. The one who smites his followers. Oh, Gosam. I was chatting to Umkulu the other day and I said to him, how many bros actually suffered in the Bible? He went and he Googled them. Do you know what the AI returned? A list of most notable sufferers. Your God makes you suffer. About Job, Kosiam. He makes you blind. He's angry. He's jealous. No, thank you, Betty. You can keep that one. Now that I've told you as well, let me block you. I don't want that nigger in my life. And I don't want you anywhere near me. How, Betty? You're already blocked. Thank you, moderators. Yes. My God doesn't even have to recruit. People just wake up and love him and her. Yes. Ours doesn't discriminate based on gender. What you showed me again. Again. Yes. I'm sure when you're a big baller. You came to change my life. Okay, prove it. And if you don't, I'm going to snitch. I'm going to tell your family you're a liar. I'm going to tell my friends you're a liar. I'm going to post on social media. You came into my life and you promised me this and that and that and the other and you didn't give it to me. Just like your government. Oh, Nkosi, I'm coming to them. But ancestors are also vengeful and ruthless, Bubbles. When you ignore them, no, they're not even vengeful and ruthless. They're ruthless when you ignore them because they want to help you. They don't just do it for control, please. My ancestors are definitely not ruthless. They're absolutely amazing. They treat me like a baby. For as long as I'm a good girl and I do what I'm supposed to do, they treat me like a baby. I get whatever I want. Okay? Right. Back to the case, please. So, the spiritual spouse is antisocial. Yebo. The ritual with the Shembe church was to stop the rage. Yabantu abadala is what the viewer said. That was the purpose of the ritual with the Shembe church. They said that a child should not interact with the spiritual world like that. And then going to the beach as instructed, the viewer says they don't remember the instructions. How? But you saw the instructions in the dream. You even went to a school that is 5 minutes away from the beach. It's not a coincidence. And you never went there. How? Batung. So, students, Ngicela i-diagnosis, ngicela i-prescription. What do we tell them is wrong with them? And what do we prescribe? What is the course of action? Steph, they have spiritual gifts from the mom's side, correct. And what else? I would prescribe going to the beach and doing what is required of them. Okay, that is a great effort. Remember, you just made the diagnosis that the viewer has a spiritual gift from her mom's side. First, let's start with specifically what type of gift. You need to be specific based on all of the symptoms that your patient, your client has described to you. Diagnosis, please. Gift, what kind? And then before you can tell them to go to the beach, remember, going to the beach is not related to the patient's gift. That's related to the spiritual spouse. So in terms of prescribing to go to the beach, I would say that comes later. First, let's define the type of gift that they have, and then let's prescribe what they need to do in terms of this. Fabulous. They have ubungoma from the dead. Love to see it. Any other guesses? Prophetic gift. Do you remember the symptoms? I grew up knowing that I'm spiritually inclined, even though I still don't know what gift it is exactly. I would have spiritual dreams. So the prophecy part, I'll give you 60% for that, but that's not the gift. That's not what the actual gift is. Spiritual dreams, I would see snakes and strange people in the house until my grandma took me to the Shembe church and they did a small ceremony that was supposed to be followed up a few years after, but nobody did that. Do they not need an introduction to the ancestors first? Woo! Yes. Remember she said, this is correct, by the way. Prophecy is partially correct. Okay, so prophets, right? So I'll give that half a tick. They said they don't know the paternal side. On the maternal side, the mom initiated. The grand initiated. However, when it came to the mom, the things were buried in order to block. That means mom never fulfilled her ancestral duties. Therefore, the viewer now needs to be presented in front of the ancestors in order for her to pick up the mandate, Yobungoma. The prophetic gifts are purely part of this. Togoza, that's not going to be her full-time job or their full-time job, sorry. And then, once they are introduced, most likely they would have to go and initiate atwase. Now she can go and deal with what is happening at the beach. I need a diagnosis for what happened with the girl, the spiritual spouse, please. Dreams about them having sex underwater. The girl's mother is Sutu, the father is Swati. She has a spiritual gift from her dad's side. During the day, she goes to a born-again Christian church. During the night, she goes to Apostola or Sepiri. She's very antisocial. What's happening over there, please? They have spiritual gifts from both sides and ancestral calling from the dad's side. That is correct. Medium. Ubungoma, correct. I wouldn't say necessarily they are a medium. That would depend on what it is that the ancestors want them to do. For me personally, just based on what they've submitted, I don't necessarily see them working forever. What they need to fix is their mom not having gone all the way. They would probably have to do some sort of in-service training and then they would chill, because they've already started going to church and things like that. So the gift also will evolve accordingly. Togoza. Do they not have water ancestors as well? Are we speaking about the viewer or the spiritual spouse? Is it that the Umdawu spirit? For the spiritual spouse, it could be. So the first guess is Umdawu. Water ancestors will put under Umdawu. Ilati Loguvuma is correct. Nox, you need to subscribe. The viewer and the spiritual spouse. The viewer, remember we just said that they have ubizo. Yes, olwasemanzini, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's as intense for them as it is for the spiritual spouse. Remember, she wasn't dreaming about the water activities up until she started dating a baby girl. What is the spiritual spouse's diagnosis, please? Not the prescription. I want to know what's happening with them. The spiritual spouse is tied to them, but for the purpose of them helping the spouse partially. There's something more serious that I'm looking for there. Yes, as a result of that thing being fixed, then they would help the spiritual spouse. But before that, what is happening? Why is she dreaming about being in the water with the spiritual spouse? What does it mean when we have sexual dreams about people, especially underwater, especially in different forms? Please. Why is the viewer having sexual dreams about someone? If they both have an ancestral calling, she shouldn't be having sexual dreams about them. She should be dreaming about them being at water with elderly people. Why are the dreams sexual in nature? Why is the spiritual spouse so antisocial? Why does she go to the Christian church during the day and the African initiated church at night? We're busy with the Oasis series. That's the clue. Remember what she also said about her father. You guys are getting 0 for the diagnosis. Please. It means the spiritual spouse is siphoning her gift. It is a spiritual infection first, before everything else. It's a spiritual infection. She wasn't experiencing a lot of these things up until she started interacting with this person. The viewer's dad is rumored to have some sort of contract with somebody somewhere. That means when this girl sees the viewer, they know that there is someone who is inclined to be part of things like that. So now the spiritual spouse's ancestors are infecting the viewer in order to get her to do what? The last part, which is come to the beach, as you guys said, and then fulfill the contract there. They want her to be part of whatever shady deal the spiritual spouse already is in. Yes, people who have contracts and deals are extremely antisocial. The only time they will come out is in order to build or to grow that contract. Great efforts, everyone, but we wanted something specific, so now we know. Yes, there is most likely, they most likely have Umdawo, because we've established that they are Swati, they have Sotho ancestry as well. That being part of their ancestral calling, right? The viewer, as well as the spiritual spouse. But now specifically, when it comes to diagnosing the spiritual spouse, Utwele. Yes, she has a spiritual infection. And now it's infecting the viewer. Well done, Bulelwa. Well done, everybody. That was your first submission. Trust your intuition always, Makos. And nobody needs to feel bad. Everybody's submission is good. We learn by making mistakes, right? When I started doing consultations, I used to give out incorrect diagnoses up until I had enough experience to say, oh, this is what it actually is. Yes. How to subscribe to my channel. There's a star on the bottom of this page that you can click. There's also a star on my profile.